Good morning, cutie. Well, it's morning for me anyway, but today we are going to be hatching 4 new dragons. Well, technically one I did a couple of days ago, but just didn't show it. But we've got quite a few eggs in our hatchery to hatch. Of course, we've got new dungeon week and things like that since it's Monday, so we're going to be doing all of that. But first of all, let us get on to hatching the new dragon of the month, because, you know, he's part of that yearly collection. We are so close to finishing off this yearly collection now. Just one more dragon. I guess technically 2 if we have to hatch Challenger as well, but this is Ranger. And of course, Ranger is a legendary metal and void dragon. And a few people have been saying, you know, should I use him in a team? Should I not? And I mean, really, I think it's up to you. I think, like most legendaries, he's not that impressive, but if he's your only legendary and you've got other divines and that on the way, maybe. But, you know, if you just really like his design, you do you, my friend. But, again, this is part of the 6th anniversary collection. So close. The only one remaining in this collection is that bounty boy, bounty hunter. So soon TM, we will be done. So, independent ranger dragons patrol the outskirts of Dragonlandian society, keeping a lookout for dangers that may threaten dragon or humankind. We're safe with these stealthy warriors around. Isn't that nice? Little spur keeping us all safe and cushy in our homes. Very cute. Although I doubt he'd do much in his baby state. Probably when he levels up at least, I would hope. Even in Dragon Society, I hope that we're not sending out poor little baby dragons to their potential demise. Anyway, like with all dragons, we're going to level them up to level 20 for that wonderful DCP, and we're going to be doing that for the other dragons as well. But, you know, Ranger looks pretty solid overall in his adult form. You know, he's not super bright, he'd blend in with his dark surroundings. I like it. He looks like Thief, but not quite as derpy. I don't know what it was about Thief. Thief just had a weird look about him. Maybe it was just me. Anyway, moving on. Dragon number 2 that we're going to get hatching was the previous dragon of the week, Mr. Sprucey Boy, because this dragon evaded me for a good long while, but finally we did manage to get this tree boy. And I've always liked the fact that he's got little bits of snow on top of his head. Very cute. Why do I not have anywhere to put new dragons? I just keep doing this. Fine, you know what? I'm just going to throw all of these legendaries. That's it, you're being vaulted. You're being vaulted. I'm sorry. The time has come. I cannot keep doing this. It's just, do I not have any other... Okay, never mind. I don't even have any spots in the vault. Well, that's it. I'm imploding. I'm imploding. No! I just need to upgrade some of my other habitats at this point. We are getting close to 600-ish. Soon we will start struggling. Anyway, a true environmentalist. The Spruce Dragon insists on being hung. Spruce Dragon hung with lights and displayed in this trainer's living room each holiday season, so he need not chop down a tree. Just imagine that. Instead of having to buy, if you're in a family that really likes, you know, natural Christmas trees, instead of having to spend on that every single year, instead, you just have this dragon that does it for you. You know, if dragons ever became real, that would be one benefit. Like, dragons like this, that just basically make everyday things easier, cheaper. I'm stingy. I'm sorry, yes, I would only have dragons become alive if it meant that I didn't have to spend as much money. Although I'm sure the cost of spending on all of their food would probably outweigh that, but I guess that's what budgeting is for. Adult things. But geez, he's so big, he doesn't even fit on the screen. Like, what? I literally have to go... That is a big mouth. What the heck? I never realised just how large this boy is. Like, if I'm not in the feeding zone, I can't even see the top of this dragon. Well, I guess he's a Christmas tree after all. Well, Mr. Spruce, you have impressed me, and you are hung, apparently, according to your description. Well, you learn something new every day. So, do I actually have any space for this remaining dragon, or am I going to have to move another dragon again? You know what? Screw it. No, we've got the gold. We've got the gold, haven't we? That's it. I'm going to buy a couple more slots, and then I can stop having a mental breakdown. Sorry, Elmo, you're being vaulted. Who else wants to be vaulted today? You want to get vaulted? Yeah, go. No, the level 70 can stay. Aries, yeah, you're pretty mediocre, you're gone. It's that easy. It's that quick and simple and easy. Anyway, coming back to our third egg we have here. Technically, I've already hatched this one before, many years ago. But this is little Cinnamon from the this event that we're currently still doing. But Cinnamon is a little epic, so, you know, not legendary or anything, but a cutie little epic with a gigantic cinnamon sort of flower on its head. Very cute. Anyway, let's pop you in there, which will give us dragon number 577, I imagine that is. And continuing on with improving the collection. So, smelling of cinnamon and citrus, the cinnamon dragon loves greeting chilled travelers at the door with a warm hug and a sweet scent. But don't let that sweetness fool you, it can really pack a punch. You know, having the name Cinnamon and looking like this, and me being somewhat terrified of it, is not something I would expect. But, they've pre-warned me now. Like, look, it's basically got T-Rex arms as well. You know how you could see that they'd try and attack you, but instead they'd just be sitting there flailing. And the difference is Cinnamon doesn't have a gigantic, terrifying face with massive teeth to attack you with. So I'd say Cinnamon would have a hard time if they made her like a security guard or bouncer. I'm sure they're capable in one way or another. I'm just saying it might not be the generally expected job of a Cinnamon. And why does the Cinnamon have this weird look about his face? Is it just me, or does Cinnamon look extremely smug? It's like it knows something about me that not even I know. It's like, I know, I see it. Maybe that's just me. That's I don't know, Cinnamon, you're scaring me, and you've got red eyeliner or like red eyeshadow all along your eye. Is that blood? Okay, I suddenly am actually a little bit scared of Cinnamon now. How the tides have tabled today. And the other dragon that we hatched the other day was actually Mr. Candy Cane. I just needed the hatchery slots at the time, but we do also have little Candy Cane to add to our collection, which is wonderful. It means that we pretty much got all of those Christmassy themed dragons from recently that I didn't have from before. So that is good. That's very good. I like having things that I either missed or didn't have on Windows at this time. It's a good thing. So I'm happy. What's red and white and striped all over? A candy cane dragon eating its namesake, of course. This trainer has to hide his Frost Festival candy or risk losing it all to this peppermint fiend. That was actually an event, Frost Festival. So, little Bobby over here, we're also going to level you up. Of course, you little peppermint fiendy. I do always like these sort of water body type dragons because they just look like they slurp around everywhere, like almost like a snake, but more like a snaky penguin with the way that their flippers work. I don't know, that's genuinely the best way I can describe it. A snaky penguin. If you've ever wondered what one of those looks like, it looks like this, apparently, according to my brain. But little Bobby, again, another dragon that we got a very long time ago, but it was on a different platform. So now little Bobby's finally joined us on Windows, and I'm happy to have you here, my boy. I've always found it weird that you just have a candle in your head. I'm sure that that's both painful and a fire hazard, but hopefully you never have to deal with that as a problem. So anyway, now that we've got all of those dragons hatched, in the meantime, there's not really anything else for us to go for, because, I mean, we've got Ranger, we've got the Polar Bear, which is the current dragon of the week already. Combo for Polar Bear, of course, being Sunflower and UV. And apart from that, we don't really have anything else to breed for a while. That's kind of new. I guess we do have more Dragon Master points and Vulture. Do I actually have Vulture? I don't have Vulture. Well, that's handy, isn't it? Because we can actually unlock the breeding token for this. And so it says, for a limited time, you have a 10% chance to breed the Vulture Dragon when using these two dragons as parents. Cool. Well, this is finally my opportunity to go against what I just said. So if we unlock this and go with Venom plus Lightning, then we're going to have a 10% chance to breed Vulture. Okay, let's do it. Let's go wild. Let's go absolutely wild. What was the combo again? Venom, Lightning? Okay. I literally forgot in like half a second. Luckily, I think these dragons are a decent level. Yeah, level 30. And then we got Lightning. So let's go and have a look. And we could take a look at the possible results, but it does say a plus 10% chance, which is nice. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 possible other outcomes. That's not bad, considering we've got Vulture there. So let's go and breed. What do we get? 17 hours 35 minutes. Is that the right breeding timer? I am not sure. So you know what we do in situations like this? We go to our good old trusty friend DML wiki, and then we go Vulture. Is it not? Is this the timer for Golden Crow? I don't remember anymore, and all the breeding times are broken at the minute. Yeah, it looks like that is not the correct one, because we got 17 hours 35 and the breeding time for Vulture is 19 hours. So first attempt is a failure. We do still have a week to go and try for him though, but having to wait basically an entire day sucks. So that is kind of sucky. But you know, at least we do have something else to go for in the remainder of the week. So we'll be getting penguins soon enough as well, which is pretty good. So aside from that, like I said, we've got that polar bear dragon, and if you want to know the chance to breed polar bear, it's actually not that different from what we just did. There's 10 possible outcomes, and aside from polar bear, that's probably going to give you about a 3.6%-ish chance to up to 4% to breed polar bear, and those are the outcomes for that. And now that we actually have Ranger and Cinnamon, since we just hatched them, technically we could try and breed for Aquarius. But like we've said before, the possible outcomes for this is 53, which is a lot of possible outcomes. So, yeah, I'm probably not going to do that, especially if we've already got the Vulture Dragon that we're going to be going for. So that's that. But you know, anyone that is going for it, very best of luck to you. It's going to be a very difficult dragon to get breeding. So, yeah, good luck. But anyway, aside from that, we do also have the new bottomless dungeon for this week. And in this bottomless dungeon, we do have Mr. Avalanche, for anyone that didn't get him previously. So, there's a new dragon for some people. I do somehow already have him, which is news to me. Actually, I do vaguely remember getting him a long time ago. We've also got the new dungeon shop, of course, and in it we have a couple of things that you might want to buy. I wouldn't recommend really getting the Verdant Dragon pieces unless you're really lazy. The ones that I do recommend, of course, are Relics of Hatching. There's one of them in there, which is worth it. And of course, we have our weekly premium sigil chest, which I will be buying. Come on, give me a rare. At least one. No. Okay. I was gonna say that kind of sucks, but look at that. 3 wonders. Could be worse. Could be worse. Although, at the moment, I don't really need another wonder. But if we get another Buffy dragon, then maybe I'll want another one. So, again, that could have been 3 mirrors, but it wasn't. But every time I open one of those and it's not a rare, kind of feels bad, man. So, aside from that, all that we really have to work on this week is New Year's Play, which of course is the current solo event. We've got another week to do this, with basically 2.5 tiers left for me. 69 gems. The only thing is, obviously, since I've just bred for Vulture, we are going to have problems with the breeding elemental hybrids quest here. In which case, either I'm going to spend like 6 gems to speed that up eventually, or I could buy the second breeding den, which is currently on sale. For anyone that really, really needs a second breeding den to be breeding things, it is on sale for me right now, and goes on sale every sort of couple of weeks, like the jam does. When the jam goes on sale, I was trying to say the clam, not the jam. To be fair, I don't mind a jam sale, but I also like a clam sale. My goodness gracious me. Anywho, aside from that, we've got a few other deals out. None of them are really that great. We do have pieces for Apocalypse back in the shop. That's a dragon I'll have to get eventually, but never bothered to do. But really, it should be another chill week. Of course, we've had those rumors that we're getting potentially a divine event in the new year. Like, early in the new year. Not sure how accurate that is, and if the plan's still the same as the rumors and random ramblings that we saw on Facebook. But if that's true, and we are going to get that divine event somewhat soon, which would make sense in terms of how they've set the events up, because, you know, we had the ancient event, and we basically had a month of Christmas stuff, and then either this month or very, very early February, we'd be due a divine event if they're still going by the old schedule. But they could change it at any time. They could just go, no, but no. They could do what they want, really, but we're following the old pattern. That would be what we would be expecting. So anyone that's, you know, waiting out for a divine on their team, so you've only got legendaries or epics at the moment, I would say potentially hold back on adding any new team members and just trying to progress with what you have right now, and potentially wait a couple of weeks and see if we do get any notification of an upcoming divine event. Because who knows, maybe if they do bring out an event, maybe they'll make it easy. Maybe. You never know. They could make it really easy. So rather than, you know, going, oh, I'm never going to get a divine, I'm never going to get an ancient, just wait anyway. Because you would feel terrible if you didn't wait, and then they brought out an event, and say it even had a divine calendar event in it. Then you'd feel pretty peeved, wouldn't you? Because then you've basically wasted a bunch of food on dragon, or a dragon that you're not going to use because you're going to replace it anyway. That would be my play anyway if I was, you know, not a newer player, but a player that just didn't have any divines yet. That would be my play. You don't have to do what I would do, but I just try and minimize the amount of waste that you do in game. Like, try not to waste upgrading dragons that you're not going to use, try not to waste food, try not to waste scrolls early on. Like, I waste scrolls all the time, but that's because I've got thousands and thousands of them. When you are a newer player, those scrolls are really, really important, because if you don't upgrade your dragons to level 6 abilities, you're gonna have a bad time. So, yeah, keep all of that in mind, and we'll see, Gameloft. Do you have any events for us, or do you not? I'm curious to see what they do, and maybe they'll do nothing. Maybe it was all an elite, elaborate troll when they said it in that Facebook page. Maybe. Does anyone else remember when they said that divines are never returning? They said this way back when in, like, the Greek phase, like the first or second divine event, when people were like, hey, do you know if divine dragons are actually coming back? And they were like, no, they're not. Well, obviously that turned out to be very true, didn't it? And now we sit in this constant phase of our dragons permanently dying. I love it. There's just so many plant users this time. So many planty boys. Okay, I'm just gonna leave, I don't care. But we're gonna keep progressing in the dungeon this week. Again, when I finally get a metal dragon, ideally it would be a metal ancient. I don't know when or if that's gonna happen, but if I got a metal ancient, that would pretty much finish off my dungeon team completely. And we'd be able to go on like 100 streaks after a couple of rounds. Obviously we can't do that yet, and I mostly just go with really quick fire damage at the beginning. But soon, TM, I can predict, I see us getting on those big streaks in the dungeon. Just not quite yet. Not quite yet. But anyway, I think that is mostly everything to look forward to, so make sure you are logging in for all of your resets during New Year's play. Get yourself Cinnamon and that brand new Icebergy Wurgy dragon. Another water-bodied dragon that just looks ridiculous with his penguin flip-flops. And of course we are going to get an actual penguin soon, which I am happy about. Unhappy about having to spend money, but happy that we're getting one. But I guess for now, thank you for joining me. Have fun. And I do hope that you join me again in the future. Bye-bye.